Hey everyone, welcome to Millennium Computers online 5-minute tutorial series. Today's course is going to be specific actually to finance users, and the course today is going to answer the question, how do I use the invoice query? Now this is a question we've been getting quite a lot lately, so I thought it would be worthwhile to walk through how to use the invoice query under transaction detail. So to find this particular report, you select operating statement, select transaction detail, and then it should be located right here under invoice query. Now keep in mind, your administrators could have certainly moved menus around, and what you see and have access to in terms of reports is always based on the roles that you've been assigned within each FAST application. So you may not see all the same menus that I see on mine. Now this report is pretty valuable, and I think it can save a lot of you a whole bunch of time and effort looking for information. Now this report can be used in a variety of ways. We can look for invoices based on a particular element in terms of your FOPL structure. So do I want to look for invoices that I know were coded to particular funds or orgs, for instance? I could enter an organization code here. And by default, this report actually pre-populates in terms of a period from and to with the current open fiscal period. So what I would recommend doing is probably changing that to something else. I'm going to choose my function-based filters. You can certainly choose a period in time if you want to just scroll back and maybe choose 1 or 2 fiscal periods in the past. Or if this is something that you're potentially wanting to save or run on an ongoing basis, you can use your function keys here. So I might choose since my last fiscal year end as a starting point, and then maybe choose something like all the way up to my current fiscal period or my last fiscal period. So let's take a look at that and see how that looks. So if I just choose, in this case, 1 org code and a fiscal period from and to, and execute that report. In this case, I'm getting a whole bunch of data. So I have 463 results here. So that might be more than is useful to me. So let's go back to filter options and refine that a little bit more. I'm actually going to delete that org code. And what I want to do instead, and I think this is a really valuable way to use this report, is you can also query for this using either invoice number, if you happen to know it, a payee invoice, or what I think is a really cool way to use this report is using the payee name. You typically are going to know some of the name of the invoice payee that you're actually looking for. So instead of using it set to equals, which is your default, I would suggest setting this to like. And like kind of works in the same way as starts with. So if I want to look for something that I know starts with MIL, and I'm going to put a wildcard in there, meaning a percentage key. So what I'm asking FAST to bring back is anything that starts with the letters capital M-I-L. We could add more to this, but let me just keep it basic for the time being. So like M-I-L with a wildcard, and then execute that report. So now this is giving me an opportunity to find anything where that string of letters, in this case, capital M-I-L, is found in any of these records. And I'm running this for a pretty broad range of fiscal periods, so I have 282 results. Now, what if I wanted to find just M-I-L-L? Maybe I want to find some sort of Miller. So let me actually refine this a little bit more and put M-I-L-L-E-R, and I'll still put that wildcard in there just in case. So now I have all the Millers. So this is going to pull back wherever the word Miller shows up in any of these invoice queries within this particular fiscal period range. So there's a ton of ways you can use this report. I just wanted to make sure people know where it is if you need to find it, and some different ways to use it. Another cool way to use this report would be to search for a dollar value. If I know I'm looking for a particular invoice that may be greater than or equal than a certain dollar value, put that in and help refine your query a little bit more. Remember that FAST is going to enforce each of these filter criteria very literally, so don't put in filter options if you're not positive that they correspond to the information you're looking for. I hope this was a helpful introduction to using the FAST Finance invoice query. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you again next time.